Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is Donna from Tarot to say thank you to everyone who has hit like, share, and subscribe. The channel is growing. Thank you for everyone who's donated. I really, really appreciate it. You all are awesome. With that said, I put together a read for you all, and I'm looking it over, and I see there's something that a lot of you all are feeling like has been a burden. And the reason I say that is because I have two spreads here. This one is the compatibility relationship spread. This one is the end of a relationship version 1 spread. So it may be a love relationship. It might be, you know, a business relationship. It could be any kind of relationship, to be honest. But it's probably a love relationship. That's most likely why you're here. But when I looked at the bottom of the deck for both of these spreads, you get the same card, basically. This is the Ten of Wands, which is the card of burden, carrying a heavy burden, in the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot deck. This is in the Vampire Tarot, or Tarot deck. This one at the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Scepters. It's the same thing as Wands. So you have the same card showing, you know, you carrying some kind of burden or being burdened in some way. And I saw that. So, and then I did this, you know, the oracle cards over here. And it shows that you have had something really concerning you. There's something's on your mind. And it's calling for you to look deeper. Don't look at the surface. Look deeper. There's more than meets the eye to this situation. And to put it in the hands of the universe, God, whatever, you know, whatever your spiritual leanings, that everything is going to be handled, and it's going to bring how do I put this, peaceful resolution. It will bring a peaceful resolution. When I looked at this one, it says you got the koi fish spirit. So a lot of you all feel as if you know, don't have, or you're afraid of not having what you need. This is just a reminder that there's always enough. You have what you need, so you don't have to be worried. And you will have what you need. From the Mausolea Oracle of Souls, you got the Abaddon, Overlord of the Abyss. This card is a reminder to make sure that you don't give into temptation to do something that's malicious, or you know, maybe just egotistical, doing something out of, you know, vengeance or whatever. Don't give into temptation to be vengeful or malicious. And it's a warning that there may be somebody around you, there is somebody around you, someone that you know of, and I'm sure you probably already know as soon as I say this, that is vengeful and malicious, and it's a warning for you to stay away from them, to avoid that person. Just avoid them. They're only going to bring unhappiness to you. From the Dark Mirror, you actually got 3 cards, and leave it up to Aquarius to pull cards that I've never pulled. I've been using this deck for a long time now, and it's a great deck. I love it. It really gives you insight into your path in life, and insight into your own personality, and how you go about showing yourself to the world, or how you carry burdens and all that. And I've pulled Blinded to Pain many times. That's just another reminder that you've been carrying some kind of burden, and you need to put the burden down. You need to stop taking on what's painful. That's actually upside down. So you need to stop ignoring the pain. And the Artificial Heart card, I've never pulled that before. And all the times that I've pulled, I've never pulled that before. It's asking you to be very authentic and pay attention to what is real and authentic, and ignore the fluff. Anybody who is very superficial, you can just let them go peacefully out of your life. You don't want superficial. And this, the Black Flower Fragrance, I've never pulled this card either. And in fact, I'm going to actually, here, I want you to see this. I'm going to read this to you because this one it's interesting, and like I said, I've never pulled the Artificial Heart or the Black Flower Fragrance, and I've been pulling cards from this deck and of course Aquarius will be the one that has to be different. You all definitely have to be different. Okay, so This card, it has the stage that it involves is the stage of anger. It says the world is unfair. Fuck off, dear world. Fuck you. And the visual seed is a beautiful woman. Her face with a hint of resolve holds a strange black rose on her chest. It seems to explode like a crystal, each petal an obsidian shard. And it does. It looks like it's exploding. We can see that. I mean, look at that. So that's the Black Flower Fragrance card. The sentence is, if we want to go dark, go black. Don't stop to the evening, but embrace the night. The going dark message is love is not a white dove, nor it turns people into angels. Love can be ugly. Love can be cheap. It can be rotten. But even ugly love has a right to exist. Even cheap love can raise to the sky. Even rotten love has the dignity of eternity. Even a black rose by any other name should still smell as sweet. Even if you are wrong, you still have the right to be angry. Even if you are not perfect, you have the right to be respected. Even if you are stupid, you have the right to be listened to. Even if you are lucky, you have the right to complain. Even if you are rich, you have the right to be sad. If you cannot shine because you are beautiful, then shine even if you are ugly. Shine because you are ugly. Gorgeously black, ugly as love, worn out as an angel, cheap as a crown, unconquered as a fragrance in the night. So you have a right to feel your anger. So I don't know what, I mean, you've been carrying some kind of burden. Maybe you feel like you've been carrying all the burden in a relationship and you're tired of it. You're tired of doing all the work. You've had enough. You're saying when. So let's see. And then also, of course, more oracle cards. Here's some things to just as reminders, okay? No matter what's going on. Oh, I gotta read this to you. But just as reminders, it says, think happy, be happy. So it's asking you to try to be optimistic in this situation. And it even got these three cards. It's good to feel good. I let the universe catch up with my dreams, and I want you to pay attention. There's a Wheel of Fortune in the center of this compatibility relationship spread. You can't get a luckier card in the tarot deck. So I let the universe catch up with my dreams. So you have dreams, and they may involve dreams of what a relationship is supposed to be like, what you want in a relationship. You have your dream of what you consider the perfect relationship, and you have a right to that dream. When I truly surrender my desires to the universe, a mighty force of faith can set in. So I want you to pay attention to these, and this is a postcard from Spirit, and then I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this spread, and then I'm going to do the other one as well. So the postcard from Spirit, it says, "Dearest you, over here there is no mystery for us to unravel, as we know intimately how connected we all are, how the web of creation works, and how spirit is in every aspect of life, from the invisible to the visible. But it's impossible for humans to comprehend the complexities of how things actually work, because the most important threads in the tapestry don't make sense in the dimension you live in. That said, you can feel the importance of these currents of energy that bring events together in miraculous ways. You can't understand with your mind, but you can know with your heart and soul. Trust that even though you don't know how, the what or the why, we do. Surrender to the mystery." Again, surrender. And have faith that the unseen world is watching you with loving eyes as spirit weaves your life's mysterious and beautiful tapestry into glorious technicolor. Loving you so much as always. So if you believe in God, put it in God's hands. God's got it, and we'll take care of everything. If you don't believe in God, then the universe. But just trust that you're in good hands. With that said, we have the compatibility relationship spread and the end of a relationship version 1. So I think it's kind of obvious that you're in a difficult relationship, that it may be ending and it may be beginning again. It might be ending a chapter of that relationship. It may be ending certain facets of it, or it might be ending altogether. But it has something to do with compatibility. Are you compatible, or are you paying attention to what is important to the other person, or where they're coming from? So this one says, your wants in a relationship, you want commitment. They want freedom. Your difference is that you don't see the love that's on offer. Both of you are loving. You have love for each other, but neither one of you is seeing the love. Your similarities, You know what you want, you know what you know, and you have no problem saying what you think, which can be harsh sometimes. Your emotional compatibility. Now, here's the situation. There's there's a sense of emotional drama in your relationship that's I don't know if I say toxic, but it's a victim saver rescuer rescuee kind of thing going on. You both, I think, come from a place where you want to rescue someone, and actually I almost wonder if you're the one who is having to rescue them in some way. But there's emotional drama, and it's unhealthy. So your physical compatibility is on point. I mean, I guess that means you have a really great sex life. I don't know. Your mental compatibility, you're both compatible. You get the Ace of Swords. I mean, there's no other card that would be as obvious for mental compatibility. So you're physically and mentally compatible, but emotionally you're not. And I almost wonder if they're emotionally immature. They need someone to rescue them. They constantly are getting themselves into situations where they got to get rescued. And then they want to be all dramatic. Everything has to be, dramatic. So there's that. And then we have the end of a relationship version 1. So you have, like I said, you have the equivalent of the 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, the 10 of Scepters, which is burden. It's been a burden. So the first card, how do the memories and feelings about the relationship affect you right now? They make you defensive. You just feel really defensive about the situation. How can you move forward? Taking action to do something that you're passionate about. I mean, for some people, it would be a one-night stand. Because look at this card. If there's a card having anything to do with passion, this is obviously it. I mean, look at the ace. That's an ace of scepters, which is like wands. Look at all the red roses. It oozes passion, doesn't it? So do something that you feel passionate about. Which emotions are justified and which don't make sense to you? Long story short, the emotions, you have a right to emotional happiness, and I think this relationship was very physically I don't know if it was emotional as much. It was very physically satisfying to you, and that made you feel good. And look how they look opposite. It almost looks like two opposites coming together. That's the Sun card. So you have a right to feel good about if it was the sex, I don't know. Do you worry more about what your ex-partner is feeling than you do about your own feelings, or your soon-to-be ex-partner, whatever, than you do about your own feelings, and why? Well, you get the Chariot card, and I think you do a little bit worry, maybe a little too much about how they feel. They let them feel their feelings. It's their job to handle their feelings. It's the Chariot card. So if you look, there's the moon in the background, and I know you can't see it, but there's the sign, there's a crab right there. That's the sign of Cancer. The Chariot is a Cancer card, Cancer sun sign card or whatever. So I think you do worry a little too much about how they feel. You need to worry more about yourself and how you feel. They're a big boy, big girl, whatever. They can handle themselves. How can you nurture your emotions and appreciate your own right to heal? So I think the best way for you to nurture your emotions right now is actually to reach out and talk to someone who you consider a voice of reason, because you get the Daughter of Skulls, which is like it's like the Page of Pentacles. So reach out and message somebody that is a voice of reason. I think that's the best thing that you could do. And also do things that, take small actions, that any kind of small action that helps give you a feeling of stability. That's the best way you can nurture your own emotions, and appreciate your right to heal. So I'm going to do what I always do at the end of every read. If there's a person on your mind, and before we close this off, let's see. You have, okay, there's Jupiter, Aries. You have Taurus, Cancer, Libra, and I think that's Libra as well. And then, yeah, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. I think we have Virgo here. All right, so, and then 10, Sag, isn't that Sag? So you got 2 Sag cards too. So you may be dealing with someone with Sag placements as well. All right, so I want you to think of whatever person, some person that's on your mind, whether it be an ex or a current or a crush, I want you to think of some person, and we're going to see how they feel about you. How does this person feel about Aquarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. How do they feel about you? They love you. They feel love for you. I mean, that's the 2 of Cups. I mean, that's definite love. So what do they think of you overall, Aquarius? They think you like to fight. They think you're quarrelsome. You probably argue, but you like to fight. What are their intentions with you? They want to manifest something with you. They might want to manipulate you. What are their actual actions with Aquarius? What are their actual actions? It looks like they want a new start, but they're being very optimistic and a little bit reckless and foolhardy, but they're being carefree, and they want a new, it's like they're going off on a new journey, but it could be a new start with you. You have the sun in the background. Certain things, I want you to pay attention to this. There's a sense of recklessness. There's a sense of optimism, loyalty, and I don't want to say naivete. When you think of children, you think of almost like immature. And then, let's see, just optimistic, not a care in the world. So they may be wanting to, since it was what do they plan to do with you, probably to be optimistic and assume that you'll take them back, or that everything's going to be okay, that you're going to forgive them for whatever they've done. That may be reckless and foolhardy, because that may not be the case. You may not want to forgive them. So what else? Oh, and then, okay, I've shuffled, and the bottom of the deck is hard work. And that is, it's a Virgo card. So, I don't know, you might be dealing with a Virgo. But this is putting in hard work. So they may actually want to put in the hard work. What else? Okay, so we are doing Pisces next, and here are 6 Donna's Destiny cards. And we'll just do 6 cards for you, just see what's, coming up for you, what's on offer. And blank cards are like wild cards. It means anything is possible. And you might be dealing with a Pisces, or a person with Pisces placements. You may have Pisces placements. All right, so people are jealous of your relationship. Don't waste your time. Someone secretly lusts for you. There's a positive, anything is possible card. Flirt more. Probably being too serious. They want to lock you down. Okay. All right, Aquarius, thanks again. Love you guys. And Pisces is next.